to venture out into the world or read a book or watch an educational television show or listen to a lecture or watch a movie. I mean, that's what you have to do. And that takes energy. If I'm going to digress further, I will. I mean, I was kind of, of these people talking about sort of success in the world. I mean, I was in London and Jeffrey Archer was there, and he became, he's a novelist, right? And he became a best-selling novelist because of a misfortune. He was in politics, and he was involved in some scam, right? So that he got tossed out. So he had to find another way to make a living, right? And anyway, he has done various things. But I remember talking, and he said, you know, it's not about intelligence; it's about energy. Or Mark Andreessen, one of the co-founders of Netscape and is a famous venture capitalist. He said, you know, when we started Netscape and Google had this same mentality when it started, we wanted just to hire just the really smartest people. That was the way to do it. And he said, that isn't what makes companies. He said, what you really want is people who walk through concrete for you. And it's the energy side of it that, you know, it's the getting things done side of it. And I think that's the same thing of, you know, that's what learning is. Learning is having enough, harnessing enough energy to that curiosity to actually make some progress. It's what we are. I mean, that's what humans do. You know, it's what's separate, besides the opposable thumbs. It's the fun bit. Yeah. I feel like it's like what I do. I mean, you know, basically journalism is curiosity lessons. Yeah. In my case, I've traveled the world, but you talk to people about things they're good at, and you learn. I mean, it's just, you know, it's the most stimulating part of what you do. You know, unless you're dead. Right. I don't see why. And look, I'm taking a broad definition of learning. There's little stuff. Google employs 5,000 people in New York. Wow. I talked to somebody at Purdue. It turns out that Purdue is a hotbed of scientific space exploration. They've produced 23 astronauts, including the first astronaut to walk on the moon and the last. So, you know, that was a little. The broader one I think that's kind of interesting that they've kind of run across is the degree in healthcare and the degree to which diseases are, you know, there are no single, particularly in genetics, there rarely are single gene diseases. Most of them are complex collections of things, both, you know, genetic, environment, exposure to toxins, all kinds of things. And that's this whole field of multi-scale biology that people are looking at now. And this is a huge area for data science because, you know, we can collect it in a way that in the past, the way we did these things, because I mean the Framingham study of heart disease, that really they followed people for decades and decades and decades, and found that, you know, that heart disease was really a bunch of 5 or 6 different things. You know, it's you know, the lifestyle portion was crucial. You know, that was before there were genes, but there was, you know, weight, diet, all these things contributed in a way that now is commonplace knowledge, but actually was a revelation then, and you could only really track it in the way that we did public health things in those days. A handful of people, you know, walked through for decades, and now, I mean, we can do things, analysis on the fly that you know, you can capture the complexity and try to make sense of it. And I think that's, you know, that's a big deal. A bunch of medical centers and universities around the country and the world are working on it. So I thought that was kind of interesting.